And it started. I hope. Rotate. You can't turn your phone while live. I don't want to rotate. Anyway, hi everyone. Satan has really tried to stop me from having this happen tonight. I hope you can see things. I can't tell if anyone is here. Bill, hi. All right, great. So, welcome to my home. This is a little bit different presentation that I've done before. I'm going to slide you guys. Let me say hello first. Hey, Joe, Joey, Addie, Bill Nunez. Hi, everyone. Anyway, usually when I do these, it's about prayer time because I am a Christian woman and a huge believer. Jose, hey, Jose. Welcome to my home. This flag usually hangs out in front of the house, but I'm having a little trouble with my flagpole. And this is about America. So that's my fireplace behind the flag. And because, amen, I can't read who's here, but I will read and I will respond after my video. Usually I have a nice hot drink, but tonight I'm feeling a little more powerful, I suppose, so I'm having a Maker's Mark and a ginger ale instead of a coffee latte. Before I really get started in the heart of the matter and why I've asked everyone to be here, I'll wait a few more moments for more people to join. Hopefully, I can't tell who sent the heart. He sent the heart. Hey, Carl! Hi! Good to see you. I tagged you on this because of some of the things you've said to me, and I have a lot to say tonight. Those of you that know me and have followed me for a while have either read what I write or have seen me do presentations. Like I said, usually our presentations are mostly regarding prayer. Tonight, I'm here to talk about America. I'm here to talk about America, about Americans, about black, white, purple, green, blue. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're from the moon, if you're from England, Australia, or Italy like my grandparents. If you are legal immigrants to this country, you are an American. And as Americans, we need to look around us and look and see what our paid representatives are doing to America. Now, the night of the State of the Union, I was supposed to be in the hospital, as a lot of you know, having neck surgery. Many things led up to that not happening. And one of the eeriest things that I have ever experienced in my life, I have walked into lots of pre-op rooms, recovery rooms for myself, for my aunt, who I recently lost, for members of my family. And when I walked into this pre-op room, about 5 steps out, it was almost like I was in another place. The most eeriest feeling came about me. I felt as though I was walking into an American death camp. That's how it felt to me. Scared the hell out of me. It was like I was walking into a place that we see on Facebook, that those of us that believe in that Auschwitz actually happened, that those of us that really know history see what is happening to America. And that's how I felt walking into the room. Little did I know, though, that was also a premonition of my own possible death. because had my nurse not done her due diligence, seeing that my pre-op blood work, my potassium was low, and a lot of you know last year I had an issue with potassium where I kept falling and hitting my head, but nobody knew what was causing it, and everybody thought I was having strokes or concussions or whatever. It was my potassium. My nurse checked my potassium. I had already spoken to my anesthesiologist. My surgeon was there. The entire surgical team was there. My potassium came back at a 2.2. Had they wheeled me into that operating room like they would have done in 5 minutes, I very, very probably would have had a massive heart attack and died. Let me tell you people as in my friends, you know that I have been under attack by Satan many, many, many times, because a lot of you have helped me out of that. A lot of you have come together in prayer, and God has reached his hand down and pulled me out of Satan's grasps, because Satan wants the souls of those of us that are going to stand up, for God, that are going to stand up for our God-given rights in this world, in this country. What our soldiers risk their lives, sacrifice their lives, and risk their limbs for that flag, because that flag means to us freedom. And there is nowhere in this world that you can obtain the freedom that you can in these United States. And this morning I was thinking, and it just hit me, that how angry I am and how passionate I am that those we put in office, that those we pay to represent our voices, and I'm talking about us as a whole, as we the people, as Americans of this great country, as legal Americans, as my grandparents came to this country legally. I'm a second generation Italian. I don't walk around and say I'm an Italian American. Friends don't walk around and say they're Irish American. The blacks I know don't walk around and say I'm African American, because we are all American. And it's time we came together and we took our country back. I listened to the State of the Union address. And let me tell you, had I gone through surgery, that was one thing I wanted more than anything, was to see our president get up and address we the people of America. And had I gone through surgery, I would have either been out of it or too doped up to understand. But what I saw during that State of the Union address made me hit the roof. When I saw Democrats sit on their hands, when I saw Nancy Pelosi's face look like the ugly stepmother that just saw Cinderella dancing with the prince. How many of you saw that face? That was not a face for liberal Americans. That was not the face for any American. That was hatred. That was greed. That was evil. That was a soul that has been sold to the devil to have her own agenda met, to line hers and her elite friends and the people that want to destroy what our country was created for. That's what that face was, and that's what made me angry. But I've been too weak and I've been too sick since coming out of the hospital to get up and to speak out and to say what we need to do is come together. Liberals need to go through that again and watch it. Look at the faces of those people. Those people don't care about you. Those people don't care about America. They want a new world order. They want to give illegal immigrants our rights, our money. I am a disabled woman. I have worked since I was 12. I've actually worked since I was 7.5 because it was forced child labor. Let me tell you something. A lot of you people know who I am. A lot of my friends know some of my story, but you don't know all of my story. And all of my story, the majority of the people I know never would have survived what I went through before I was even 15 years old. And what I've gone through the majority of my life. And now I am disabled. And I live on a pittance. A pittance. The only reason I have my home is because my aunt left me the money to be able to buy a home. Or I would never have my own home. I wouldn't even be able to afford a single apartment. Yet, someone can come across our border illegally, get free housing, get free health care, get food stamps, get a free education, get money from the government, work on the side, not pay taxes, not pay Social Security, send money home, or else they come over as MS-13, or else they come over as somebody that kills someone's child or mother or brother or father. Did you see those people? Those people that were grieving, that showed their pain to the world, that illegal aliens had murdered their children. How many of you saw that? I saw it and I wept. I wept. And I got angry. Very, very angry. Angry that our country, that our forefathers had the balls, the guts, the foresight, to make a country where we could all come together and be free. But we had to do it by the rules and assimilate and become American. I can't speak Italian. I can't speak Italian because my grandparents wanted their children to be American, to come for the American dream. And that, my friends, is what we have to fight for. That is what we have to stand up for. That is what we have to thank God for. That is what we have to thank President Trump for. Whatever you think about his personality, you're not going to eat dinner with him. You're not going to sleep with him. You're probably never even going to meet the man. But he's a leader. Look how he brought people together during his first State of the Union address. Look at how he was a shot in the arm. How he pumped up America. How he gave America back to Americans. How he honored Americans and the American dream and what we have in us. And what we have to give, and what we can create. We cannot let it be taken away from us. We cannot let it be stolen from us. We've got to stand up. We've got to come together. We can't let them separate us. And that is their mission. That is George Soros's mission. That was Obama's mission. Hope and change. Change America. Is that what we want? That's not what I want. I want America to be the way America was when I grew up. Did we have problems? Sure, we had problems. But we worked them out. We talked about it. Sometimes we fought. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're human. And that's what we do sometimes. We get passionate. Some of us know how to handle it, and some of us handle it one way, and some of us handle it another way. But we got through it. We didn't get divided into groups. L, B, G, T, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Whatever. We were Americans first. Let's be Americans first again. Let's say hello to our neighbor. Let's talk to the elderly woman in line in front of us at the grocery store. Start there. That's what I do. That's what I do. Open a door for someone who can't do it. Help a mother who's got 5 children and arms full of groceries. Get out there and be American. Fight for America. Bring America together. America together. Don't expect someone else to do it. We have to do it together. We have God-given rights. God-given rights. God gave us free will. Free will to believe, free will not to believe. But what people need to remember is free will comes with consequences. Big consequences. Some rewards, some penalties. That's the way life is. That's the way a parent is. And God is a parent. He is our Father in heaven. And just as a father would raise their children to be good, upstanding, contributing people with whatever their abilities or limitations were, that's what God the Father does. Only He does it in a bigger way. I love deeply. I love and forgive the people that have caused me the most harm, that have hurt me the most, that have beat me the most. That have caused me pain and humiliation. And I have to do that because Jesus did that. God sent Jesus to teach us that. To teach us to love. To teach us to forgive. To teach us not to hate. To teach us to bear humiliation. To bear pain. To work through it. To stand up anyway. But to stand up for what is right and good and loving, not evil. People think that, oh, guns are bad. No, it's evil in the world. They want to convince you that it's drugs, that it's guns, that it's, alcohol, that it's whatever. No, it's not. It's evil. It's Satan. It's Satan trying to take your soul because that is his sole purpose. And his sole purpose, if he destroys America, he destroys the world. Because America is what is holding this world together. America goes to those places where people aren't given their own basic rights. And we fight for those people. Because that's who we are. That's who I am. And that's who most of my friends are. And that's what we need to teach everyone to do. And the only way to teach it is through our own behavior, like Jesus Christ did. Like he taught us. But he also got angry. He also flipped tables. He also pointed out when things were unjust, when they were wrong, when people were being blasphemous, disobedient, when people were raining hell down upon themselves. Jesus got pissed. He got pissed. And he flipped tables. And he yelled at people. And he said, straighten up. This is God's house. This is my Father's house. Well, this is my Father's world. And we are all his children. And it's time we straighten up. It is time we reach out to our brothers and sisters, whatever their beliefs are. And I'm not saying to approve of what they do. I'm saying to love them anyway. As hard as that may be. No matter how much they're sinning. Because remember, I dare one of you to cast the first stone. Because we're all sinners. Some of us just do it in bigger ways. Some of the people that do the heinous things, they're already sold to Satan. Satan's got them. Got them by the cojones. And that's what he wants to do with everyone. Because if he does that, he wins. But he's not going to win. Because each one of us has in us the power. Each one of us has the ability to put on the armor of God. Each one has the ability to go into battle with the angels, to fight evil, to bring the world together, to bring America together first. America first. And then we branch out. I can't lead an army physically. But I sure as hell can build you up if you need it. I can support you. I can give you the words. I can let the Spirit come forth in me. God's given me that power. It's really weird. Satan would not be attacking me as much as he does. Satan would not attack Donald Trump as much as he does if he wasn't trying to do good. And yes, God uses sinners. Whatever you may think of Donald Trump in his past. Saul, Jesus' first apostle, murdered Christians. Murdered them. He was known for it. That was his name. He was known throughout the lands. And look what God did with him. So I ask you all to look in your hearts, to look and see what you can do for your country, not what your country can do for you. As a man that probably would have helped America get back on course if he hadn't been needlessly murdered by an evil person, an evil body of people that want to destroy this country and everything it stands for. Sometimes I go off in little tangents, if you haven't noticed, and I can talk about a lot of subjects in one conversation. I hope you can follow me. I pray for this country. I pray for everyone watching and that may watch. I'm not sure if it's on public, but I'll put it on public if you want to share it. If you think anything I've said matters or would matter to someone, to anyone, and give of something. Give of yourself to someone who you would never talk to normally. One time in the gas station, I was in a big hurry. And I just read a chapter in the Bible about slowing down. Slowing down and making a difference in someone's life. And there was a homeless man sitting on the curb playing the guitar. Everybody walked by him. And I said, "Sir, I don't have much time." And I remembered. And as he played, he sang a song I knew. I don't remember what it was now. And I sat down and I sang with him. And it felt good. And that man shook my hand. And he smiled. And I smiled. Because I had done what Jesus said. It's not that hard once you make the first step. It's not that hard. Jesus touched lepers. Our downtrodden could have been a veteran. I don't know. They're not lepers. They're people in need. And we need to bring all people together. But we also, and I'm not going to let this point go unsaid, and I'm not going to minimize it. We need to help people, but God never said be a doormat. God said people help themselves too. He will help those who help themselves. And if we can help them get a step up, that's right. But if people like the Democrat Party are going to make others believe that they're helping them, when all they're doing is keeping them down, or bringing in people that are harming us, that are taking things from us, that are getting things that they haven't earned, that's when we need to stop and say enough is enough. God told us to love, to be generous and kind. But you can't fight evil with being generous and kind. That's why God gave us angels. And that's why God gave us weapons. Let's do what God wants us to do. And let's put America first as well. God bless you all. I pray for you this evening. Your being here with me means more than you can imagine. There aren't very many people in my life in body form. And having all of you makes me feel like I have family. So God bless you. Stay warm if you're in the cold. And enjoy the warmth if you're there. Have a blessed evening. Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. And lock and load. And pray. God bless you all. Good night.